What's going on, YouTube family and friends? Welcome back to the channel, and what we came to discuss here in today's video is a few tickers to look out for here on tomorrow's trading, and one of those being RGC. As you all know, we did alert this stock back on the 13th for the entry price of $6.85 over in our Discord server, and since that alert, stock has hit a high of $71.96 here on Friday. And if you're still holding this stock, you may want to listen to what I have to say here in today's video. Also, we're going to take a brief look and check out RR, one of the robotic stocks that I told you guys to look out for. It seems as though that this thing is on a turnaround, and I do feel as though that this has more room to run. Stick around for my price prediction for the end of the week. Also, we're going to take a brief look and check out QMCO, which is part of the quantum computing space, ladies and gentlemen. I do feel as though that this thing is going to see another leg up this week. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to consider joining our Discord server. The sign up link is in the description below. As far as the overall market here tomorrow, honestly, I do expect for the SPY, for all you options traders out there, I do expect for the SPY to actually hit that 568. If we do actually come out high for the open, then that prediction will change. If we actually do see this thing open up around that 568, then, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel as though that we're going to see a downwards market from there. So have those puts ready. And for those that is a part of our 500 to 100K challenge, just as a quick update, we currently still hold those SPY calls. All right, expire here on Monday. That strike is 564. So if we actually do see this thing open up around 567, then, ladies and gentlemen, those calls we'll see a nice jump in price for sure, from our current entry of only $1.90. And far as our Boeing puts goes, as you all know, again, that is a part of our 500 to 100K challenge. We're still holding on to those contracts, as you guys can see here. Strike, as you guys can see, $175 puts. Here, expiration is Friday the 28th, and we're just holding on some Tesla shares. We're going to get rid of that here Monday morning for those that is concerned about the challenge. And let's dive right in about the underlying stocks. And first stock we're going to talk about here in today's video is QMCO, another stock that we alerted over in our Discord server. Now, as you guys can see here, if we go back to the 15-minute chart, we did actually see that nice jump in price going from that 1551 low in the pre-market, running as high as that 1860. Now, the overall market for the quantum computing space, if we take a brief look and check out the related stocks here, as you guys can see, 1717 here for the computer hardware, but the quantum computing space, 7 being up, 1 being neutral, and guys, that so happened to be QUBT with the neutral close here. But let's go back to QMCO. And if you're currently holding QUBT, let me know in the comment section below. But again, as you guys can see here, a slight fairly trading day here for the quantum computing space with an average of 0.65 in gain across the board. Not much, but again, the market here on Friday, we did actually see an upbeat overall market towards the end of the day. Now, I do feel as though that we're going to see a continuation of an upbeat market here Monday. That is why we still have those calls set for the SPY here, and we're still holding on to those things. But as far as our QMCO goes, ladies and gentlemen, expect for this stock to actually reach those $19 levels here this week. I do feel as though that with the huge increase in volume in comparison to what we did actually see here a few weeks ago for QMCO, that is a nice sign here. But one thing that we do need to note here for QMCO QMCO. If we take a brief look and check out that capital trend and go to that day chart, as you guys can see here, we do see a net inflow turnaround here from these last 2 days. Okay, expect to see high volatility trading here in QMCO for sure. And just looking at this short sell analysis, right around 8% here on Friday, nothing extreme. All right, short volume still steady here from Thursday to Friday's carryover. So far as QMCO goes, ladies and gentlemen, this should be on your radar for sure. That upper currently sits here at $20. I do feel as though that after reaching and breaching that $19 price target, the $20 will be right around the corner for sure. Currently here, we do have to break that wall around 1950. By doing so, we will be challenging that upper as far as this gap around $30. I do feel as though that overall, once the quantum computing space officially makes its turnaround, as well as the market, that gap will be filled for sure. This is a nice buy zone here currently for QMCO. Next stock we're going to talk about here in today's video is RGC. Now, again, like I said before, we alerted this stock over in our Discord server for only $6.85 back on the day before this thing actually really took off. And again, we go back to our 15-minute chart with that high of that $71.96. As you guys can see here, we do see retracement here, but what you do want to keep your eyes out on is on this 15-minute chart and watching that mid-Bollinger Band cross. Now, looking at the capital trend going to that continuation of net inflow in favorment, we do see a drop off coming off of Thursday, but that is due to the increase in share price alongside this short sell analysis and the volume. If we go to take a brief look and check out here, Friday's volume slightly under 1 million, but back when the stock was only seeing share prices around $14, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing volume around 23 million. This was back on the breakout day. Since then, the way that the stock has been on an uptrend and the share price has been making huge gains to the upside, that is why the volume is consistently getting low. That is not a bad sign at all. What we are seeing is a increase in a short sell ratio here coming from Thursday to Friday, and we do see a major jump in the share price. This is a huge sign that the next short cover wave is going to be very large in trade. Also expect to see volatility on the other side if we do see downwards pressure take place here in the pre-market here on Monday. Then the short cover hopes for Monday's trading may actually be postponed. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, if we do see this thing open above those $62 levels, then that short cover will more than likely happen here throughout the trading day. But if it doesn't, and we actually break through that mid-Bollinger Band and see that downwards pressure through the pre-market, I expect to see a negative reaction at the opening share price, which can cause a major sell-off. Currently, right now, if we go back to the quotes and check out that aftermarket, as you guys can see here, let's go to that post-market, and we're on that. Pull up our chart. Just looking at this chart, and we want to pull up our statistics. Currently right now, ladies and gentlemen, on that post-market at the close, we do see a active buy in favorment, 4.98 thousand here currently. Let me pull that screen up for you guys so you guys can see it. As you guys can see there, currently in favoring that active buy of 4.98 thousand. These numbers are low, okay? And considering what we did see here about a week ago, if we go to the 17th, as you guys can see here, that post market is much larger due to a much lower share price than what we see here today. And the reason why that is in a huge effect is, again, the share float is only 1.44 million. It doesn't take a lot of buying or selling to sway the share price in either direction. So you do want to approach this with major caution. If a short cover actually does take place here, if everything aligns itself, this thing can actually see $100 here tomorrow. I know that sounds crazy, but just looking at that short sale ratio coming in at that 10% here on Friday isn't a slouch at all. Seeing as though that more covering went on here, just looking at that extra large and large scale here on the day chart from Friday, and seeing as though that short sale ratio did jump here and a jump in share price, ladies and gentlemen, that $100 share price is very, very possible here on Monday. I do expect to see even higher aggressive short selling here in RGC, especially if this thing does approach those $70 levels again, but in the trading day here on Monday. Last but not least, we're going to talk about RR, Rich Tech Robotics. Now, Rich Tech Robotics, ladies and gentlemen, if we go to the day chart, as you guys can see here, that mid-Bollinger Band cross was a huge breakout here on Monday, and it is holding above the mid, challenging that upper here on Friday, and that outflow in favorment, not much, just only 87,000. But looking at this short sell analysis from Friday, as you guys can see here on the right side of the screen, 17% short sale ratio. This isn't light at all. And if you take a brief look and just check out that volume here, it's pretty steady. 15 million the day before that, 15, 11 here on Tuesday, 17 here on Monday. Days before that, under 10 million. So we do see a steady volume, a nice steady average volume here in RR here this past week. But if we go to the related stocks here, the robotics sector, and these are the DeepSeek beneficiaries. Okay, so anytime that DeepSeek actually comes out with some news, these stocks are going to benefit, and RR is one of them, and our beloved Palantir. But if we look at the robotics sector here, ladies and gentlemen, 17 down, 30 are up. And if we go to the 5-day ranking, as you guys can see here, 5-day ranking tells it all. Majority of those are up, and RR is on the top. With that being said, though, I do expect for this stock to actually break those $3 levels here early in the month of April, if not by the end of this month. We do see a huge increase in short interest here if we compare it to what we received here at the end of the year here. As you guys can see here at the end of the year, during this huge rally, the short sale interest wasn't even this high in comparison to what we see here today. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, shorts are heavily active here in the robotics sector, and I do feel as though that is going to hurt them in the long run. No pun intended. But if we take a brief look and just check out that 60-minute here, neutral here on the 60, and as far as the day, we did make a recovery here from that bearish signs and symbols. But far as RR, I do expect for this stock to actually break those $3 levels, and depending on price action reaching and breaching those $3 levels, then we may actually see 3.5, but we can't call it here too quick. Currently right now with that market cap slightly over $250 million, things are going to again move slow, because this isn't one of those stocks with a low share float. What RR needs is news, and or news across the robotic sector will give a spark to the stock for sure, far as returning towards those $5.20 levels. I do feel as though in the long run, RR stands a very great chance to see that happen if we do see the balance sheets turn around. But with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help the channel grow. And I will be going live here tomorrow, 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before market open. So see you guys then, and may the gains be with you. Thanks for tuning in to the channel, and if you found this video valuable, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this on Reddit, Twitter, and StockTwits. And don't forget, join our Discord for real-time alerts so you will not miss out on the next big move.